Hi, we'd like to introduce ourselves. I'm Darlene,
I'm Gene.
and we're a retired couple who have decided to sell everything we own to travel the world full time. So here's our backstory. Gene, you can...
Yeah, this originally started about 5 years ago. We were looking at I was getting ready to retire, so we were looking at possibly just putting everything in storage and going off, and we had already sold our house and everything pretty much was in storage already, and we were going to go travel and go see the world. But then we were on a trip. We had gone to Germany, France, Jordan, and Israel. And when we were coming back from Israel, COVID hit and pretty much shut down the whole country, or the world. So you couldn't travel anywhere. I mean, we were pretty much locked down. So
then we rented an apartment. We were living in this apartment, and we were waiting, hopefully, for the world to open back up. And we thought, well, when it opens, we'll take off and go. But months and months and months went by, and it just didn't open. And so we kind of, okay, we're going to have to go to Plan B, because Plan B was after we traveled the world, we would retire to Florida. And we were living in Washington State at the time. So Plan B went into effect. We flew to Florida and we looked for a house, and then we ended up building a house, and 9 months later we moved to Florida. And now we've been here almost 3 years. But that feeling of travel has never left us. And so now we're in the process of selling everything we own to travel the world full time, and that's been a process.
yeah, and you don't really realize how much stuff you actually own until you start looking at everything you have to get rid of.
Yeah.
And so where we started just taking all the stuff that's in the closets and behind the scenes, and the stuff that you never use. It's just kind of there, and decided to get rid of that. And it's kind of like she said, the hidden stuff. So we started there, started getting rid of that, and we're doing downsizing, and we're looking at putting the furniture up for sale, and we're going to list the house, and we are really anxious to get going on this.
And originally the plan was, when we were first talking about this, the plan was that we were going to do like 6 months or 9 months or whatever. We were going to give ourselves time to kind of go through everything and do everything. But in reality, we're eager to get going, and we both, because this is something we dreamed about for years, we both decided that rather than put it off and wait, we would just wait like 3 or 4 months instead of 6 to 9 months. And now we're looking at trying to get all this done in the next 2 months before we list the house. So we're picking up speed on things, and we're trying to get everything moving.
Yeah, but it really is amazing at how much stuff you have to learn as you're going. You have to learn about what country you got to have a visa, what countries you have to have only so long you can stay in, and she's...
Yeah, there's zones. There's a thing in Europe called the Schengen zone, and you're only allowed to be in the Schengen zone for 90 days, so then you have to move out of the Schengen zone. And so we're learning all this, and we're also learning about our finances, how to invest our money while we're gone, and how to have somebody oversee our mail, and so we can still vote. We have to keep our residency. So there's a lot to learn, a lot more than we knew.
Yeah.
For sure. And I think a lot more than most people would realize. So we're still learning, we're taking lots of notes, and we're trying to cram it all in. We're actually also trying to learn basic phrases of a few different foreign languages. So we've been working on some of that. About 15 minutes a day is all, but it'll give us the basics.
She's more into that than I am.
Yeah, but I'm making him work.
Yeah, she does that, but
making him
as far as
learn
everything
things.
goes, I'm more of the pack mule and carry this stuff, and she's more the learner and tells me where to go. So.
Yeah, that's how it's always been for us, so that's how it's probably going to continue to be. But anyway, so that is our plan. That is what we're doing. We've had a lot of questions from family and friends. When we announced everything, we made sure we talked to our kids first, and then we talked to my mother, who's elderly, and then we ended up announcing it on Facebook. That was just the easiest way to put it out there, and for a couple people that weren't on Facebook, I private messaged or texted. But that is the plan. That's what we're doing. We've now moved our house date up to no later than August 1st, earlier if we can get everything done. We're working with a friend that we're trying to get things organized to sell furniture and do all that, and we'll just see how that goes. But in the meantime, we are eager and ready to go.
Yep.
Right? And so anyway, there is a couple sayings that I like that I've followed for a while. One is C.S. Lewis. C.S. Lewis says, "You're never too old to set another goal or dream another dream." And that's how we feel right now. We're both in our early 60s, and we just feel like we're not done yet. We have a lot left to do and a lot left to see, and we're ready to get started on that. And someone once said, I'm not sure whose quote this is, but it says, "I haven't been everywhere, but it's been on my list." And that is Jean and I. We love to travel. We've always loved to travel. We've already been to, I think, 40 states and 14 countries. So we have a lot of traveling left to do. Our country list keeps growing as we learn and watch videos on different countries. And we're like, wow, we never even thought about going there. But the list keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So our original plan was 2 years. Now we're thinking 5 years or more. So anyway, so we hope you'll follow along. We would enjoy sharing our videos and our future travels with you all. And we just thank you for watching us. You can find us. We're actually known as the Roaming Retirees. We are on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. So hopefully,
you can subscribe to our channel and follow along.
All right, thanks.
Mm-hmm.